What's happening, guys? My name is Rob Anderson and I'm the product training and demo exec for Pioneer DJ on the UK side. Now today I'm up here with DJKIT TV. I'm going to be talking you through our brand new DJ controller, the DDJ ERGO. Now the DDJ ERGO is coming from the same concept as the DDJ T1 and the DDJ S1, in that it's a MIDI controller device that's been designed to specifically take control over software on your computer. In this case, the virtual DJ software that comes in the box. Now, it's had its own unique and innovative design, so it's very sleek and very modern looking. It's been designed to be as aesthetically pleasing as it is stable and functional when you're performing, when you're DJing. It covers all bases like a MIDI controller should. It's packed with all the features that a high-end level MIDI controller should have, plus some really cool Pioneer exclusive features that we've made accessible on the unit. In a moment I'll jump into the features and actually show you what can be done. So looking at the features and controls that we've made accessible on the Ergo, we've got the standard DDJ navigation technology. So all browsing of the software tracks and playlists is always done from the central rotary knob at the top. We've also got the ability to load our tracks into deck A or deck B, and should you decide to step things up and do 4-deck mixing, we've also got the option to switch to deck C and deck D, so allowing us advanced creative control and creative flair whilst we're performing. The central mixer section, the 2-channel mixer, features 3-band Pioneer exclusive isolator EQ on each channel. We've also got robust channel and crossfader fader caps featuring the P-lock technology, so these fader caps don't come off whilst you're performing. You can see I'm actually picking up the Ergo by the fader cap there. Moving on to the CDJ style performance section, so these twin sections either side of the mixer, we've got essentially a hybrid CDJ twin setup. So we've got 115mm jog wheels taken straight from the new range of CDJs, the CDJ 350 and the DDJ S1 and T1. This allows you advanced pitch bending for accurate beat matching and really nice slick final control as well. We've got a sync and master button control over here for allowing instant beat matching at the touch of a button. And we've also got the familiar transport controls laid out in the same position as on all our CDJ range. We can punch in loops whilst we're performing using the looping control up here. So in the same way you would on a CDJ of any nature, you can punch in the in point and the out point. However, because we're working on software and we're controlling software using this unit, we can use the auto looping technology, which allows us to choose a loop size anywhere from an eighth of a beat right up to 32 beats and instantly access it at the touch of a button. We have effects control up on the very top, so effects bank 1 and effects bank 2, which can be assigned to either or deck, and we've got quite advanced parameter control. So we've got effect select, and then we've got 3 additional parameters for every effect that we choose, some of which you can access additional parameter control by holding the shift button, these becoming 4, 5 and 6. We've got independent filters on each CD platter, as you can see here. We've got sample volume control, which takes us onto the sample control button. We've also got hot cue control as well. Now the important thing about these 2 features is that on this unit they're running independently, so we can actually access hot cues and samples at the same time without interfering with each other. Now, looking at the main Pioneer exclusive feature that we've incorporated to the Ergo is the pulse technology. Now, the pulse technology is basically a lighting show, and the lighting sequence that really acts as well as an aesthetically pleasing feature, it really acts as a tutorial and a visual representation or an aid to help people with their beat matching skills. So anyone who's actually honing their skills or learning to DJ, they can really make use of the pulse technology. The first aspect of the pulse features is the load pulse. So if I actually jump into my track collection, navigate to a specific folder of tracks and load up a select it, tune, I can decide I'm going to load that into deck A. As I load that track in, we're displayed with an LED visual display that just indicates that that track has gone from the load button into the CDJ style platter. So load that in and you get the load pulse, indicating that this track is now good to go. We can also load up another track into deck B. Hit the load button and we get the same response, load pulse on deck B. Now, takes us into mix pulse, the second aspect of the pulse technology. You can see on the master track, or deck A, we've got 4 bright blue LEDs indicating that this track is the master, and deck B is going to be the one that we're mixing into it. If I hit play on deck B, the 4 LEDs on this deck are now basically non-existent at the moment. You can't see them, but the closer that this track gets to being in time with deck A, the brighter they get, indicating the beat matching process is becoming closer together and just giving us a nice representation of what we're actually hearing. So if I bring the crossfader across, load up a different track into that. So you can hear as I bring the crossfader across, these two are completely out of time. When I press sync, 2 tracks now in time, both CDJ platters are indicating bright blue, basically telling us visually that what we're hearing is 2 in-time tracks. That's the mix pulse. The third aspect is the beat pulse. Again, another really nice visual aid helping us to see what we're hearing. So it's a new approach to the VU meters on the channel strips. Instead of having traditional LED display, we've actually developed the back of the channel faders so the whole thing illuminates. So depending on the velocity of that channel, the brighter the pulsing becomes on the VU meters. Now once the 2 tracks drop, you can see that they're now pulsing together. Indicating these 2 tracks are in time. A nice little visual representation again of what we're hearing. Now the fourth and final aspect of the pulse technology is the effects pulse, and it's basically a visual LED display when any effect is assigned to this specific deck. So on deck A, if I instigate the filter control, I'm going to instigate a high pass filter, you see straight away we get an LED display on that track indicating that this is now being filtered, as opposed to deck B, which is not. Now the further you go into that LED, into that filter, the more intense the LED display becomes, and you know there's no missing that. There's no worry that you might actually have that filter left on and mix in this track without knowing the filter's on, because you're not going to miss the LED display. If I turn it off and go into low pass filter, it goes the opposite way. So we've got an anti-clockwise display showing us the visual representation of the filter. This also works with 5 of the high quality effects that we get in Virtual DJ. So we've got a flanger, a breaker, a flipping double effect, a backspin and a beat grid effect, which I'll show for you now. By selecting our effect using the first rotary pot, we can turn on our effect using the on button below that, and in turn get the visual representation. So other effects you get on the LE version of Virtual DJ are the backspin effect, which sounds like this, basically emulating the rewind on the jog wheel, but you can also manipulate using the second and first rotary pot the speed and the length of that. The next effect we have is the beat grid, which we just heard. Very cool stuttering style effect. We've got the breaker, which acts as a start-stop button, and the flipping double effect, which acts as a start-stop button and a stop-start button. The We've also got a flanger, which sounds like so. Which again, we've got two additional parameters. We can adjust the volume of that and the delay time. Really destructive effect. And the flipping double effect. So 5 really high quality effects to be used in the mix. You can see as I'm scrolling through the effects on the software, there's actually 10 available on the software I'm using because it's the Pro version. So once you upgrade to Pro, you get the ability to access all 10 effects as opposed to 5, and you also get the ability to use video mixing capabilities. So actually mix pop videos, mix music videos you might see on MTV in a DJ style. Other last features that are really exclusive on the Ergo at this sort of price point is having the sampler capability and the hot cue capability independently running, so not joint buttons controlling the hot cues and the samplers. Now the hot cues, very easy to use. You can pre-assign up to 4 hot cues to enable you to jump to any point of the track at any time. As you can see on the waveform display on the screen. And sampler technology, 6 independent sample slots thrown on there in the software. However, you can change them and upload 8 of your own. However, but there's 6 on there. Really fun to use, easy to use, independent volume control on each one as well. Really cool feature, just allowing you to get that little bit more creative in the mix. So you can see in this position, the Ergo has also been designed as a space-saving unit. It comes equipped with 2 mounted legs on the back, allowing the laptop to dock underneath inside the cutout, saving space either in the bedroom, at the party, in the DJ booth or in the studio. So looking at the back of the unit, going from left to right, we'll look at the ins and outs. We've got 2 master outputs. We've got a 1/4 inch balanced jack output, allowing us to still be able to achieve a professional sounding quality audio output. We've got RCA output, so you can have a record out as well if needs be. We've got a mic input with independent volume. We've got auxiliary input with independent volume, as well as our on-off switch, and of course our USB connection for our laptop. 1 USB cable is all that's needed, as this is powered via USB from your laptop. Alright guys, so that is the DDJ Ergo, Pioneer's brand new MIDI controller, perfect for anyone who's perhaps starting out down their DJing path, looking to develop their skills, but also a really great controller for anyone who might have a slightly more entry-level device and looking to upgrade to achieve the Pioneer sound quality and also get the Pioneer build quality when they're performing. This is full of features that you'd expect to see on all of the Pro range units, but not at the Pro range price tag. This is retailing at £430 and it'll be available at the end of October. I've been Rob Anderson, this is DJKIT TV. Enjoy.